Hello, everybody, hello. One of the questions that we very frequently get is personal brands. Should you do it? Is it a mistake? Or if I do it, how do I do it well? People ask this all the time. Should I start a Twitter and start giving copywriting advice? Should I start an Instagram and start giving copywriting advice? And so I want to give you a little mini lesson. The truth about building a personal brand as a copywriter, or how to waste months of your life and your dignity looking like a fucking dork. So if you are like, oh, gung-ho, like, oh, this one copywriting guru that I really, really like said that I should do a personal brand, and F you, Sean, for implying that that is anything less than the best advice ever. You might not want to do that, and I'll explain why. But first, here's why it is so tempting. One, you probably are chronically online. I know I am, unfortunately. And you are like scrolling through Instagram, and because you are studying copywriting, the algorithm is feeding you a bunch of copywriting content on YouTube and YouTube Shorts and TikTok and things like that. You've probably seen at least 4 McLarens and 3 Lamborghinis. You have these like ludicrous displays of wealth, and you're going like, oh man, what you were seeing online is a very thin sliver of the people that are actually doing this work. The vast majority of copywriters in the world don't have a personal brand. And like the best copywriters in the world do not waste time doing this YouTube stuff. I would make more money if I spent more time doing copywriting and less time doing this. Another thing, reason why that it's so alluring to start your personal brand, it feels like progress. You're posting stuff. You feel like you're marketing yourself. You feel like you're like getting out there. You're moving, you're shaking, you're doing the whole thing. You're getting those dopamine hits. You feel productive. When in reality, that's probably not the best thing to be doing with your time. Another thing, none of this stuff really works, because ultimately at the end of the day, if you're making a personal brand and trying to market yourself as a copywriter on Instagram and TikTok, you don't look cool. You don't look good. You don't look smart. You just look like another broke asshole on the internet begging for attention. So maybe not the best way to be spending your time. If you are okay looking like a fool for the first few years that you're doing something, especially if you're like new, like you don't have any experience, you're just learning this stuff, like you're 24 to 30 days in, like the worst thing that could happen to your self-esteem is to like post like, here's a piece of copywriting advice, and then somebody with more experience than you is like, bro, that is the dumbest advice that I've ever heard in my entire life. And you'll be like, oh no, my endorphins and self-esteem, pain. Yeah, that will happen to you. So don't do that. Another thing, your clients don't want to learn from you. They don't want copywriting advice. The businesses that you want to get paid from want to pay you to do stuff. There's no like novelty pillow maker out there who's being like, oh, dang, I wish my copy were better. I better go look at the advice given by this one rando with 73 followers on Instagram. Don't do that. Just it's better for you to actually like pitch a person and improve their copy. And guess what? And I'll get to this a little bit later. They probably don't even know they need better copy. They probably don't even know what copy is. Another thing, if you are new in your career, you are probably not going to have very interesting or different things to say. And as I said earlier in other videos, if you are not somehow being different and relevant to the people that you're trying to reach out to, they don't have any reason to listen to you. If you're just saying the same thing as anybody else, why wouldn't they just go with the advice given by anybody else? So you have to differentiate yourself somehow. And if you are new, you don't necessarily know everything that's out there to be able to do that. At least do it well. Another thing that I've discovered over the years, that if you are giving newbie advice, guess what? Most newbies are newbies because they're broke. They don't have any fucking money. They are not going to give you their money. And so one of the things that you have to contend with is if you are trying to create a personal brand around copywriting info, and you're making all these little like cute little info products, like guess what? You're just a newbie selling to other newbies. And that, congrats. Like you built a brand, but like it only impresses the people that are not going to give you the money that you have been looking for that got you into this business in the first place. If you are giving out copywriting advice, all you're doing is going to attract other newbie copywriters. Like it becomes like this human centipede where you're just pooping out the information you get from your copywriting study into the mouth of another newbie, and then it gets sort of warped and distorted along the way, and it loses its nutrients every single mouth that it goes into. So yeah, don't be that. Don't do that. Another thing with personal brand stuff, every time you sit down to make a post on Instagram or Twitter or YouTube or things like that, you're robbing yourself of time that you could spend learning your craft or writing better copy or studying businesses or talking to businesses or playing Hollow Knight Silksong. Literally, like, going out and meeting somebody attractive and being like, hey, I just want to say you're the most beautiful person that I've seen tonight, and I would love to get your number if you would have me. That's all time that you could spend doing way more valuable stuff than building a personal brand. Ultimately, you're just cosplaying as a copywriter, and guess what? Like, people can smell inauthenticity a mile away, and if they can't smell inauthenticity immediately, they will plug into it eventually. Ultimately, what you want to do is build your cred, that circle of cred, first, and then eventually start building a brand around that. All of that was very contrarian. All of that goes against the advice that you've probably heard from many more people than me who's actually telling you the truth. Sorry, I don't have a personal brand course to sell you. What I am going to tell you instead is that if you want to ignore me and you are one of the people that wants to be in that like 1% of people that makes a personal brand work, it's actually probably way less than that. Here's what you can do instead that actually massively increases your chances, and even if you don't build a big following, will actually like result in you potentially building your circle of cred, looking better for clients, and potentially getting more jobs. Here's what you do. Don't create copywriting content. Don't create content about what you're learning as a copywriter. Go to the businesses that you're studying in your outreach. Again, the CR 22-hour mega course, where one of the things I advise you is to split your day by 25, 50, 25. 25% of your day, you want to be doing, if not outreach, at least studying businesses, how they acquire customers, and how they make money and monetize those customers. As you're researching those businesses to reach out to later, one of the things that you can be doing is looking for opportunities where maybe their marketing isn't so great, or maybe they're not on all the channels that they should be, or maybe they're missing like a whole bunch of money that you know about that they don't know about. Well, guess what? You can reach out to that business to point that out. And if they do not hire you, all of a sudden, you can now make content about the thing in that business that isn't working. Your research in outreach has become your content for your personal brand. And now all of a sudden, you're being positioned not as like this desperate, oh, here are some like 5 tips for like writing the best headline ever. Oh, bullets are great. Ugh. No, like, you don't want to sound like that. You want to sound like a person who's just like, I've been diving deep into the fitness niche recently, and I've noticed that several businesses are having 3 common problems. Guess what? You did not say the word copywriting. Here's what you did say. You wrote actual like words in text and then spoke them onto a camera in a way that will make the business owners in that niche want to work with you and learn from you and hire you, because you are positioning yourself as an expert in that niche. And you can go from niche to niche or business to business, whatever you want to do. But you make content around your case studies based on the research that you would already be doing anyway. That way you are not wasting time, you're looking like an expert, you don't look like a broke asshole, and hey presto, all of a sudden you have a huge repository of reels and videos where you are actually breaking down and diving deep into the businesses that you want to work for in a way that is applicable and helpful to the businesses you want to work for. It makes you seem like a very hireable person. If you want to do a personal brand thing, if you want to ignore my advice to not do a personal brand thing, be my guest, go for it. But if you want to do it right, if you want to do it in a way that will actually benefit you, this is how to do it. So, big takeaway, you don't need a brand. Most of the best copywriters, the highest paid copywriters in the world, do not have a brand. Evaldo Albuquerque does not have a brand. Mike Palmer does not have a brand. None of these super good copywriters have a brand. Mark Ford wrote under the pen name Michael Masterson because he wanted to avoid having a brand. Having a brand is more of a burden than it is a booster in this business, especially if you were trying to like build businesses and act as a consultant and things like that. People don't take personalities very seriously, especially like online personalities. Like, yeah, you can attract people that are kind of ignorant, but once you get into the like higher levels, like serious professionals and serious people, they won't take you seriously if you're a clown on YouTube. What questions do you guys have about starting a personal brand? A good, just regular, normal Instagram account that doesn't show you in like compromising positions or doing anything stupid, like, that's fine. Just do that. My Instagram account is like mostly jokes, memes, and like videos and images of my kids. That's it. My LinkedIn, go to my LinkedIn. Like, all my posts are jokes. I was talking to a business that wanted help with their LinkedIn post because they were having trouble with getting engagement on LinkedIn. And after my whole spiel of explaining how, engagement and vanity metrics, like that doesn't mean anything necessarily, I showed them they were like, well, what is your best performing post? And I said it got this many likes and this many comments. They're like, oh my God, wow, how did you do that? And I showed them the post, and it was where I talked about how I had the best morning routine because all I did was act like a narwhal all day. So yeah, that's how seriously I take LinkedIn and other things. When I was talking about the case studies, actually going into the businesses that you are already researching, you can write blogs about copywriting. In fact, go to an old interview that I did with Jacob McMillan. We were talking about somebody that got a job. He was a brand new copywriter. Here's how he got his job. He wrote a case study on a Medium post, and then he used, not as a sample, but he sent prospective clients to that Medium post. It was like how HubSpot gets their clients or something like that. That was a blog. That got him clients. Do more of that. Anyway, so those were my thoughts on building a personal brand. And if you want to do it, go for it. Just make sure that you do it the right way. And if you do it the wrong way, have fun with it. Use it as a learning experience, but don't assume that it's going to have the impact that you think it's going to have. Just do your best. Learn as much as you possibly can. And if you do the stuff that we advise you to do, not only will that help you build a personal brand, but it will also help you appear more attractive to clients in the first place. So I'm sure that there's a video on the screen right now that you can click that will help you with everything that you are trying to accomplish. I wish you the best of luck. Goodbye.